Hey guys. So I'm 37. 35 and up, make some noise real quick. My people, late 30s is a crazy age, right? Like I'm just straddling that line. I'm flirting with that line between being a responsible adult and just a total piece of shit. Do you guys get this? Like if you get in my car, I'm gonna ask you to buckle up and immediately have you open my beer. It's a hard age. As a 37-year-old, we're considered to be millennials, which no one had the decency to tell us. I had to find out the hard way when I bought a vape pen and a Prius in the same day. And I'm a bad millennial, guys. I'm a bad millennial. I missed the technology cutoff. I grew up using a pager. Yes, for those of you who don't know, which I think is about 75% of you, a pager is where you would send your number to another number telling that number to call your number back, and 2 days later, boom, a bag of weed showed up. Those are wild times in American history. I started doing drugs again. Anybody else give up? Yes. Yeah, hell yeah. Pass the Bud Light. I did. I started doing drugs again. The S on that is a little misleading. It's one drug. I do a lot. It's weed. I smoke a lot of weed, and I get it. Weed isn't considered to be a drug anymore here in Colorado, right? Like on the spectrum of self-care, falls somewhere between hot yoga and masturbation. Everybody's doing it, and it is sticky. But I'm not originally from Colorado, guys. I'm from a really small farming town in Maryland. And where I am from, smoking weed is still a sin. And it's up there with, like, doing hand stuff with your cousin. That's gross. My cousins are so fucking ugly. I was feeling really irritable recently, though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be a little honest with you. Did the responsible thing. I went and I talked to my doctor. And it turns out that I am bipolar and have PTSD. So, woo! What a relief. Because I thought I was just a bitch. Which I am. But at least now, it's clinical. The PTSD diagnosis, it still confuses me. Like, I have never been to a war zone. My husband deployed to Iraq 5 times, and all he ever came home with was a great tan and a boner. There's a really great laugh back there. I'm gonna let that one ride out. The bipolar diagnosis was less surprising. There were signs over the years, like taking ecstasy before my son's 4th grade production of The Nutcracker. Do not feel sorry for him. He's not the one who wandered on stage with glow sticks and embarrassed himself. Hypersexuality is a really common side effect of bipolar disorder. Did you know this? She knew it. She's hypersexual. I love it. Meet me in the bathroom in 4 minutes. But it's a really common side effect, right? And it's impacted my entire life. Like growing up, I had a best friend. His name was Peely, who was Hawaiian. Exotic. And we were in a play together, and you guys might know the play. It's called A Charlie Brown Christmas. And he was Snoopy, and I was Woodstock. And there's a part of the play where we had to go into the doghouse together. And I leaned in, and I kissed Peely. And he smiled at me sweetly and said, "You're my first kiss." And I smiled back at him and said, "I'm gonna jerk you off in this doghouse." Guys, the best part of that is knowing that there is a 37-year-old dude out there that has to tell all of his sexual partners that the Peanuts comic strip is his kink. Hard-ons in the Hallmark greeting card aisle. I love it. In case you can't see the Doc Martens in the back, I'm bisexual. Not just for the attention. A lot of my conservative family members, they blame my sexuality on the bipolar disorder. They're probably right. Like, if it hadn't been for all those unstable years of crazy decision-making, I definitely would have just been a lesbian. Truth be told, and hear me out, I blame my sexuality on my mom. She's the strongest woman I know. She raised her 6 brothers by herself. She held down 3 jobs when I was in high school because she wanted me to know I could do anything a man could do. And guys, that's beautiful. So no, I don't cook, I don't clean, I only cry over baseball. I am looking for a good woman too. She's right here. Very technically, I identify as sapiosexual, which by definition means I am sexually attracted to intelligence. So in practical application, never dated in Colorado Springs. That's true. I'm about to head out here, guys, but real quick, I am a mom. I mentioned my son before, his play production. My kids are getting to these ages where they're trying to figure out what they want to be when they grow up. And my oldest son, he really wants to be a drummer. And my youngest son really wants to be Korean. Because of all those K-pop boy bands. And I don't have the heart to tell him that that's like a done deal. So now I'm just using it as like a really shitty motivator. If you could do anything you put your mind to, gonna have to get better at math. But I think he's gay. I do. I think my youngest son is gay. And a lot of my friends, they give me a really hard time about it. They're like, what, he's automatically gay, Tracy? Because he likes a band that sings and dances? I'm like, no. He's automatically gay because of the 60 pictures of Korean men he has tacked to his bedroom wall. He's either gay or he is solving an Asian hate crime cold case. And he's not, guys. I've seen his math grades. My name is Tracy Kellett. Thank you so much.